This is Matthew's chapter 5 and 7. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Aki, and pushing this word with true sincerity, with charity, presenting your bodies to living sacrifice. We who are ready to live salute you. So, this lesson is going to be based off the elder Adon's lesson. A bunch of brothers did a response to it. So I'm doing my response. All right. So I'm going to play it.
Before I make that statement is, look, trust me, we've had plenty of little beefs, skirmishes, disagreements, whatever amongst ourselves. We're all men. Men have different egos. We're all raised a little bit different. Me, myself, I was raised a lot different than most other brothers. You know, because my parents, they're not from here. The generations of my family are not here in America. Like, before my parents, there was nobody in my family here. So the way I was raised, whatever values I have, such and whatever, so to speak, that I had before I came in the truth, I didn't learn in the truth. The way I was raised is much different than, for me personally, most of the brothers here that were born here, their family is from here, grandparents are from down south or up north or whatever. So some of the things that I say and do, or my attitude towards certain things is much different, so I may get offended or pissed off at certain shit that is nothing for them. So if I'm just using that as an example, right? So if a brother do something that offends me, I might say something, or I'll just shut the fuck up, because a lot of times, man, we make a big deal out of fucking nothing. We turn you turn anthill into a molehill, something like that. Basically, you take an anthill, you turn it into a mountain, right?
Yeah, and then, the elder man Benji, Saint Benji, he goes into his lesson. Like and subscribe, of course. But yeah, because my thing is this, what I got from this is, how do you approach peace? You know what I mean? How do you approach peace, man? Because you may do something. There's no man that doesn't offend, man. There's nobody that doesn't go off. But the thing is, how do you approach peace, man? All right, because hey, like the elderman Saint Benji said in this lesson, Salakia goes a long way. But the thing is, man, you have to be willing to make peace, man. You can't make peace with somebody that doesn't want to make peace with you. Here it is, you spill some milk on the floor, and you're trying to come to the brother like, hey, look, Salaki, I didn't mean to spill the milk. Is there anything that I could do to replace it? Is there anything I could do to make you whole? You know what I mean? And the brother's like, no, you spilled the milk. That's just the issue. Well, then that's somebody that doesn't want to make peace, man. And at that point, there's nothing you could do. But our intent should be, we should want to make peace with each other, man. Matter of fact, let me get a scripture. Right, this is Galatians 5:14. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed of one another. All right? And there's another scripture that says, grudge not, lest ye be it basically says, in fact, let me just grab it. But we don't want to be found biting and devouring one another. You know, we don't want to be found biting and devouring each other, man. You know, we should always take the route of trying to, make peace with each other. This is James 5:9. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. All right. Okay. So, hey, man, if we're found fighting and devouring each other on the Lord's arrival, man, that's going to be to our own condemnation, man. Because we're not even really seeking peace, man. You know? We're not even seeking peace, man. You know, here it is, a brother telling you, Salakia, I'm willing to do anything to make it right with you. And then you're like, nah, I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to. Well, then you're not being a peacemaker. You don't want peace. And it's impossible to make peace with somebody like that. You know, that's somebody, as the scriptures call an injurious person. That's a person that just want, I'm thinking about this, little stupid little clip I seen, man. Hold on. This damn phone moving all slow. Yeah, it's a little Hamite clip, man. Fair use.
Finally found the full video. I didn't know he was a Ghanaian.
Shaka, I didn't want to snap on your whistle. No walk so Kayabon, no so Shaka, please, we need your help. Please, Shaka, don't turn your back. Don't turn your back, Shaka. Ready? Shaka, it wouldn't save me. Shaka, I definitely come on. And in my way. Ready? I don't want peace. I want problems always. Ready? I want killing.
He said, I don't want peace. I want problems always. All right? And that's not the mindset to have. At the end of the day, the scripture says if your brother come to you, let me see. Let me get it. 7 times. Yeah. Excuse me. A little under the weather. Let me get the full chapter. Then Peter came to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times. Yahweh said unto him, I say unto thee, until 7 times. But until, Yahweh said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. All right. And there's a parable of, let me get this particular parable. This is Matthews 18:23. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants, and when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him which owed him 10,000 talents. But for as much as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and children, and all that he had, and payment to be made. The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion and loosed him and forgave him the debt, right? So here it is, because, even though that's your servant, it's a fellow Israelite, that's your brother, man. He's coming to you sincerely. Hey, look, I didn't mean to offend, apologize, won't happen again. Can I make it right? And you just, nah, ain't nothing you can do to make it right. That's against the scriptures, actually. That's against the scriptures, man. I'm even thinking about that damn Muslim nigga in that movie, Don't Be a Menace, man. He said if you hit a man, his wounds will heal. He said if you steal from a man, you can pay back that which you stole, right? And that's true, man. The scripture says if the wicked restore the pledge, man. So hey, man, you may do some stupid shit. Brother, left the beer in the fridge. You drank it. Hey, man, buy that brother a pack of beer, man. Apologize to him. Don't do it no more. You may have dropped a piece of paper on the floor and forgot to pick it up. Hey, brother, can I pick it up? Can I throw it away? How can I make it better? But here it is. Nah, there's nothing you can do. You just fucked up and that's it. And we at war. Nah, man, that's that spirit of that's a demon. That's a demon. That's a demon. That's not what I'm reading. I'm reading about forgiveness, and we can all get offended. We all get offended, man. But hey, look, Yahweh Shai is the biggest offended. All right, some of the elect was there, when he was being crucified, cheering it on, man. And he prayed for him and said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. So if anybody has a right to be offended, it's Yahweh Shai, man. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence, and he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, Pay me that thou owest. And the scriptures talk about if you get found beating your fellow servant, man. If you get found beating your fellow servant, man, that's still your brother. That's still an Israelite, We don't want to be found biting and devouring each other, man. We want to. Scripture says you're gonna know they will know that you are my disciples by the love you have one to another. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, Have patience with me, I will pay thee all. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt. So he said, nah, hell no. Your apology, none of that ain't good. Ain't good enough. The hell with you. All right? And here it is. This man got forgiven all that, man. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry and came and told unto their Lord all that was done. So hey, man, and I'm gonna speak for myself. Me, as being a brother that's been in the truth for a while, of whatever rank I am, I speak for myself. I have to be very careful, especially how I treat the brothers that's under me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm beating and devouring that man, if I'm taking my anger out on that man because I had a bad day or whatever the hell, guess what? The Lord sees that. He's gonna cry to the Lord, and eventually the Lord's gonna deal with me, man. And he's gonna rectify that situation and smooth those bumps out, man. you know, you know. So our mentality should be, to find any course of mercy until there is none, you know. Then his Lord, after that, he called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that debt because thou desirest me. Shouldest not thou also have compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? And his Lord was wroth and delivered him to the tormentors till he should pay all that was due unto him. And that's a heavy parable, man. That's real heavy, man. And in my walk, when I had my moments, where I was being unmerciful, I gotta say the Lord checked me. But then I've also seen certain guys and I'm speaking about guys that aren't here no more, that were beating their fellow servant, man. And some of the shit was evident, to the body. Some of it wasn't, All right, just like a lot of guys, a lot been put out, maybe nobody did videos on them, so they went under the radar, and nobody knew that they were just demons, man. That they were abusing the flock, man, beating the sheep, beating the fellow servants. Nobody knows that because that was something that just didn't get put out there. And even sometimes there are situations where it takes a long time for that to come into the light, sometimes it's just not seen. You got some men, they're just you just know them for doing videos, right? You see them on screen, they smiling, or maybe you just see them on the line, or maybe you'll see them in the class. You're not really around this guy on a day-to-day basis, so you don't really know that this guy, that he's hitting Jake in the head, man. He's being I heard about guys in the past, making guys do all type of push-ups and just doing all type of crazy shit, man. And I had to endure some dudes like that before, man. But this is just an example of what we shouldn't be and what we shouldn't do. We got good examples, man, of brothers that are very brotherly, kind-hearted, very brotherly, and you got examples of guys that are not so damn brotherly, all right. But like the elder was saying, and the elder Benji was saying, some stuff is just not that serious, man. Some stuff, it just really ain't that serious, man. It could be fixed, man. It could be handled, all right. Some stuff can be fixed, especially if a brother's coming to you in sincerity, really trying to fix it, man. And at the end of the day, me personally, I keep in mind, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is, he's watching everything. And the main thing that we're going to get judged on is how we treat each other, man. Something I definitely want to get better at. I want to be perfect, hell. Anybody who doesn't want to be perfect is wicked, really, because you're basically saying that you don't need Yahushua. That's wicked, but we're going to make mistakes in this flesh. And the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, the wise man knoweth when he slippeth, man. You gotta know when you slip and and try to rectify it, man. We gotta be those peacemakers, one to another. We're fighting a spiritual war with fellow soldiers on this battlefield. We should be trying to find any avenue that we can find to make peace with each other, man. And keeping the main thing the main thing. There's a great battle ahead, and I personally want to be right there on the side of all the brothers, man. So yeah, man. That's just my 2 cents, on that lesson. Of course, we want to try to offend less as possible, but when offenses do come and they do arise, we should be trying to follow the examples, that Yahweh Shai left for us, and what these scriptures say, man. Because the scripture says, let me get another one. Okay. This is Matthew's chapter 5 and 7. Debate thy cause with thy neighbor himself, and discover not a secret to another. Right. So hey, you got a problem with a brother. It's not too big. It can be worked out between y'all two. You talk to that brother between you two, man. Lest he that heareth it put thee to shame, and that thine infamy may not turn away. Because some things are like small, but when you pass them around, and when you pass them to the next person, it just gets more inflated each ear it goes to, and it really isn't even that big of a deal, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the elder said, somebody turned a mountain into a molehill, man. Somebody turned a mountain to a molehill, All right. And like the elder said, man, some things just ain't that serious, man. We going into Jacob's trouble, man. If we fighting over oodles and noodles right now, man, then what the hell is Jacob's trouble gonna look like, man? If we fighting over spilled milk, then what the hell is Jacob's trouble gonna look like, man? And I say all that to say this, what is our desire? What is our intent? The Lord is searching our hearts and the hearts and the reins of men, man. Do we want to make peace with each other, or do we, is it in our spirits to be contentious, or destroy a brother, or because there's no problem with tearing a brother down a little bit, as long as you build them back up. That's the balance. But if you're totally trying to demolish a brother, which I've seen brothers with that kind of, well, not brothers, men with that mentality, man, well, that's not of the Lord, that's not of the Lord. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got on this. Wanted to put my 2 cents in, and hope it was edifying. Shalom. Proverbs 25:9. Debate thy cause with thy neighbor